We have another guest as well, Miss Serena. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Hayes? How's everything?
I'm well, thank you so much. What was your role in the movie exactly?
I was DJ Gold's girlfriend.
Mm. And how did you
Yeah.
like? How was that role for you?
It was interesting. I had fun. He was like a main character up until, some unfortunate events.
Yeah. We don't want to talk about anything that happened.
Understandable. Just it was very fun for me. It
Uh-huh.
was intense at times and just a lot of fun on set. We had a great crew. Great crew. So a lot of
Was it
talent on the scene.
was this your first time acting?
Oh no, not at all.
So it wasn't foreign to you. You're not a novice at
Oh no,
all.
not at all. I'm a little seasoned, you know what I'm saying? Got a little spice on it.
Yeah. Grim, really quick, because I know you have a real crucial Steelers game to go to. Can you
Yeah,
tell me?
yeah, we
Listen,
undefeated
I
out here. Yeah,
understand.
we undefeated out here. Yes.
Please brag. I understand. Listen, I'm a Giants fan. I'm the total opposite.
Yo,
So,
B, we on the same boat, bro. That's why I'm over here quiet right now. You feel
and
me?
that
That's why I'm
boat is
over here
sinking.
quiet.
That's why I'm a little quiet.
I'm
Right now.
over here quiet right now. You
That
feel
boat
me?
is sinking.
You know
I'm
what I
telling
mean?
you.
Yeah.
Grim,
You
tell
know,
me a
we
little bit
do.
about what's coming up. What do we got?
I changed hats real
Keep
quick,
it
you
on
know?
deck.
You look like
Yeah,
the
we
coach
changed
for the
hats.
Oh my
Steelers.
god.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Yo, love it.
Don't he look like
I was
the
like,
defensive coach?
from,
Now
from.
Grim, break down Hall's Mill Network for all of us, please.
Okay, Hall Mills Network is a full-fledged video production company. We're located in the Ironbound section of Newark, New Jersey. We originated about 3 years ago out in Lyndhurst. Dr. Jamar Mills, Director Jamal Hall, and I all worked together at Malcolm X Shabazz High School. And we used to watch the kids dancing, watch the kids just doing all kinds of things. And we were really impressed by it. And we thought about it. We said, wow, no one ever invested money in these kids. So as a video production company, we were looking to do a movie called Juice. Hall started a movie called Juice when he had a previous company called Dynamite Films. And when he attempted to do Juice, he received a cease and desist letter from Juice that Tupac was in. And it made him shut down the Juice 2.
Yeah.
So when they gave the cease and desist letter for Juice 2, we went back into the lab. We found two amazing writers and producers, in Shamari Reed and Hush Ra. And we decided to formulate a whole new concept and create Lit. And that's what we decided to do, is our first full feature, which would not be our last one, but to come out the gates right here with a movie like this, sky's the limit. This thing's going to skyrocket. We haven't even touched the surface yet where this movie's going to go. No one has, and this is going to take these actors, all these producers, all our staff members, and my company, Hall Mills Network, to a entirely different level in just a matter of months. We're looking at about 3, 4, 5 months. All our lives are going to change.
Grim, really quick, why is the movie called Lit? Because it's lit?
Yeah, primarily because it's lit. We was trying to find something that was similar to Juice. At the time, back in the day, Juice meant like you had the clout. You had the power. You had the respect. And a lot of cats in my time in the 80s, that's what we were striving for. Every move we made was to try to get the juice and the clout. Yeah. Well, in older times, with this younger generation, they use something comparable. So us being the old heads in the high school, we was like, instead of juice, we're going to go with lit. It's comparable to their era and their time, very similar in concept.
Okay. Well, Grim, I don't want to hold you too much. I know, real crucial game. I understand. Do what you got to do out here, man. Yeah, please switch hats, switch costumes.
I'm out, y'all. We got things to do. I'll see y'all later.
You turn Clark Kent to Superman.
Love all y'all. Peace.
All right, I'm going to talk to you.
One love.
All right. This is a question based pretty much on all you guys. Anyone can jump in and answer. When I watch this movie, there's a lot of Jersey dialogue. I bet a lot of people from Jersey can relate to it. But would you rather for everyone in Jersey to see this and witness this, or you rather for people, the whole country to see it?
Both.
Yeah, definitely.
If you had to choose one. All
right, so this is how I look at it.
One? Damn.
Go ahead, Liv. You go ahead. Ladies first.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Liv.
I mean, if I had to choose one, because that's not fair, but I think I want the whole world to see it because, like you said, like we're embodying New Jersey, and like earlier, a lot of people sleep on Jersey, and I feel like with this kind of brings what the culture, what people here are about. It brings it to the forefront. and it makes people think of us or makes people think of Jersey in a whole different light.
Yeah.
You know, so that's I would rather, like, yeah, Jersey people could see it, but Jersey people live this life. So it's like, okay, I saw that, but I also saw that down the block because that's what we do. You know, but like if New York were to see it, if even like Delaware, Pennsylvania, even it just in the tri-state area would see it, they'll be like, oh, okay, so that's New Jersey. Like that's we've been sleeping. You know what I'm saying?
May I chime in?
Yes, please.
Oh, just to piggyback off what she said, I was gonna say I'd rather Jersey see it, but if the whole world sees it, Jersey's gonna see it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just as simple as that. If the whole world sees it, of course Jersey's gonna see it, and I think Jersey would love to get that recognition from other people outside of New Jersey for doing what they do, especially if they give little props here and there to Baltimore club music and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I feel like it goes back full circle. You know what I'm saying? It touches on a couple of different things, but at the end of the day, it still embodies Jersey. And it's for other people to see, not just Jersey. But I think it's important for Jersey to see them represented as well.
Steph, you was going to chime in?
Well, all I was going to say is I would like our project to be something that Jersey is proud of. Yeah. But my main goal is to reach the world. Like, you know, that's what we're trying to influence everybody. Like, you know, because that's who we're going to draw that energy back in and be able to flip it and do a whole nother better, like, situation with that. Like, you know, so I'd rather the world. Yeah, I would love the world. Bring the whole country in, you know. I just hope that Jersey is proud of it, though, because I want to represent my state well. Like, you feel me? That's where I be coming from.
Shamari or Chandy, one of you guys want to chime in?
Yeah, I mean, everybody pretty much said what I would say. That was the agenda. The agenda was represent the state so the whole world could see it. So be on the world stage and represent the state proudly. That's what we're trying to do. We trying to let the world know this is what's going on up here. Besides us stealing cars or you know,
things pop locking now, cuz.
What's pop locking now, cuz it's a classic line.
It's a classic line.
You know what I'm saying? So
I hate that line.
Stealing cars, and it's bigger than us being in Jersey Shore. So like, you know, this is what Jersey is about also.
Right.
I mean, to close out that question, like Steph said, like, we want the world to see it, of course, because Jersey is part of the world, but we want Jersey to love it because that's what we represent.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Shamari, let me ask you this because I know you're a little bit more behind the scenes. One of the things that I found really interesting was the way you guys depicted cops. You guys, at first, I really thought it was gonna. I don't want to ruin anything, but it's not like every other movie how cops are depicted. Even the world is see cops. Was that on purpose, or that was just the way it was written?
So it was the way it was written. And towards the end, we started being a little bit more intentional because, you know, the stakes was higher at the time. Remember when we was filming, this is the height of 2019 when all this new stuff is popping off with the cops. Yeah. So we kind of wanted to kind of show like how it really was. We didn't want to kind of like over exaggerate the point of like, oh man, like the police just overdoing it. We know we wanted to show the point. We want the focus to still be on what the focus was, which was what these urban kids are going through from Newark, New Jersey up here. And if we would have spent it too much on the cop thing, it might have threw the focus off. So, you know, we just wanted to kind of keep it kind of light with that situation.
You know, I want to ask you guys another question too, because when I watch this movie, of course it's a dance movie, but I also feel like it's a documentary about Newark. Do you guys feel it's more about the whole Jersey scene, Newark, or do you guys focus more on the dancing? Like this is more of like a dance movie.
Sure. I feel like the movie captured the essence of the culture, but it's not exactly a documentary. So I don't want to call it a documentary because it's not based on one exact person or one exact group, you know? It's many groups that experience that type of thing in Jersey, period. Like, you know, so many groups, Envy, and then trickle down from Envy, it's Illmatic, Emperors, New Jersey All-Stars. It was many groups, like, you know, so we all experienced these different situations that happen in the movie as well, some sort of way. So we're capturing the essence of it, but I wouldn't call it a documentary. I wouldn't call it that.
Okay. Sari, do you have something to say about that?
Serena?
Serena, I'm so sorry about that.
Ooh, shots fired.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's cool because my name was actually supposed to be Sarah in the movie.
So
That's the funny part.
That's why I got confused.
Oh, all right, cool. It's all right today, baby. But no. Like I agree with him. At the end of the day, I feel like it'll touch on aspects. It'll shed light on aspects of life in Jersey, but not necessarily to say it is a documentary because no two lives are alike and no 2 days are alike. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're one of those people who are in that dance category, then maybe this might be almost a really good representation of what your life is like on a day-to-day basis. You get up dancing, you eating, you dancing, you on the phone, yo, bro, check out this move real quick, you dancing. I got a lot of these people that I met at Leakum Tuesdays on my IG now. Let me tell you, this is definitely a lifestyle for them, not something that they just did for the movie or they got into because there was an opportunity. No, they've been doing this, and this is why the opportunity came to them in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So for some people, depending on what's your lifestyle, this is a mirror image of what you're going through. And then for others, it'll be like, I definitely, we got some of that going on. Little rivalries here and there. Everybody want to touch a bag. Everybody want to touch some viewers. You know what I'm saying? So it's just bits and pieces are always going to shed light on real life.
That's why I love that you bring that up. That's why I asked the question before. Some people who's watching it, it's like a mirror image. They see it and they automatically stick to it. It's like, wow, this is like my life. I know these spots, and they automatically fall in love with the movie. So that's why I would think people from Jersey would probably enjoy the movie a little bit more than people out of state. Well, I was even looking at some parts of the movie. I actually went to high school at Columbia High School. So when you guys even brought that up, I was just like, wow, that's so familiar.
Right.
That's lit. That's lit.
What's funny, Brandon, is when I was checking out the streaming the other day, it was double the amount of people that rented. Actually triple, which meant people are rewatching it because you only got 24 hours to watch it. So it's definitely, and everybody's not coming from Jersey that's actually streaming it. So that's kind of like strange about it too.
We got Australia. Nebraska.
I think you got the Bronx.
It's all. I mean, it's so far spread. I really just think that it's really identifying with young people in the struggle of trying to do something and something always trying to get in the way of it, like life. Because most of the young people now, they think they got an entrepreneur spirit, so they all want to have their own business, dance, rap. So everybody knows, but real life get in the way. You really got bills, you really got kids, you really got school. And I think that's the part that everybody connect with the most. Like, damn, it's always something. It's always a struggle. And seeing the guys, the cast, fight through that struggle while still keeping their passion, I think that's what make everybody like, yo, I love this movie.
My last question, pretty much geared at all you guys. Did this actually seem like work? Like, did you guys actually like, oh, I gotta do another scene? Or was it strictly fun? Was it fun all the time?
I feel like for myself, as a supporting character, the only part of it that was actually work, not being a New Jerseyan, was traveling to Jersey and traveling back to New York. I felt like that was the only part that was actually work for me, because anything else is like second nature. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there was a lot of talent in one room or in one playing field. Music, there's vibes. When you're working with a cast like the one that we had, or even with people behind the scenes like Shamari and like Mr. Hall, everybody, like it's a really good vibe, and it's real natural, you know what I mean? So it doesn't feel like you're not timid about it. Like, you got people who just make you feel like family or like a part of the gang once you're there. So for me, it wasn't work. It was lit.
The night I met you, we were doing push-ups in the street.
Who won? Who did?
I had everybody checking in. I ain't
gonna lie. Push-ups.
She might have won that one. She go.
Oh, I still got the video.
I'm dead.
Absolutely, y'all.
Olivia, how was it for you on your end? Was it so much fun? Because you didn't do a lot of dancing. So was it? Yeah.
Oh no.
So did you have as much fun as everybody else?
She did. Don't let her lie.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing what I love. So of course it was fun. It was amazing, in fact, because like I said, I love to act. I love to tell a story. I love to portray something, you know what I'm saying? And that was the big thing for me. It was like can I bring this story to life? Can I help bring this story to life? And that's what it was for me. So yeah, it was definitely work, of course, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, we're acting, but this is still a job. We're still doing what we got to do. You know, memorizing lines, especially what Serena says, like literally getting to our call locations was a little bit of a thing. So
don't be fooled though. Even though she didn't do a lot of dancing on camera, she did a lot of dancing off camera.
Oh yeah, because she was trying to keep up with you guys.
She was just a lot. I watched.
She was lit.
that Steps told her. You know what I'm saying about how to connect. You know.
Hey, chill. Yeah, hitting moves.
It's not happening for me. It's not happening for me. I wish it was. But like I said earlier, Steps is infectious. So you just want to do what he's doing, even though you're not good at it.
Yeah, Steps, I know we talked about this a little bit more at the beginning, but did it really seem like, I know you love to dance, you're always portraying your dancing on Instagram, but remembering the lines, were you kind of like, oh God, I don't want to.
Well, how about this? The only thing I was worried about was the lines. Like, you feel me? When it came to the dancing, I felt like that was going to be second nature, but that was the most work, was the dancing. Because I had to not only be the character that I had to be, but also be the top dancer in the circle and also get the people around me just as hype. So I had to provide that same energy every time, dang near. And then I'll be finished with that. And they'll be like, oh yeah, we got to do this railroad scene too. And it's like, wait, what? I just finished dancing. Like, I'm literally going to, them sneakers that I had in that movie is going to be framed because them things is busted. You hear me? Man, you feel me? Like,
I will say,
it was fun, but it was a lot of work.
What'd you say, Chan?
I will say, it never really felt like work, but those days, and shout out to him, working with Mark John Jeffries and having to argue with him almost every day. That was literally acting sparring.
But Chan, this is...
I love being around like other actors, so I would like see and like watch their back and forths. Yeah, you study. I literally be on the edge of my seat, like I'm thinking somebody about to fight. I'm like, hold on, wait. This is a movie, you guys.
He was so intimidating though. But he made
Mark had bars for everybody. Mark had bars for everybody. You hear me? Everybody. I remember he was arguing at Darius' armpit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, he had bars for the armpit. You don't think he was talking to his soul. You feel me?
Mark is really amazing though, because in improv he can keep you going in the scene when you don't even know what's next, but he'll do a little something like poke your shoulder, and you okay, I could react naturally now because he did that. I don't know what to say next, but something will come just because I'm intimidated. He poked my chest.
Chan, did you actually have a lot of fun, even though this is your first time doing something like this?
Honestly, I had so much fun filming Lit. Like, filming Lit was one of the most like beautiful times of my life. I must say, because it was a challenge, but everybody was so like inviting. Lit, me and Liv hung out. Me, Shamari, me and him, cool. Steps. Everybody's like cool. Like I said, me and homegirl met first night. We doing push-ups in the street. It never really felt like work. But when the cameras shut on, that's when the pressure was on.
It was a real family dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Shamari, let me ask you this, since like once again you're behind the scenes and stuff. How did you think the movie turned out? Did you think it was better than what you expected? Did you think there was some things that you watch it back like, oh, I wish I could change this thing, that thing, but it's still good? How do you think it came out?
Better than I expected. It's better than I expected. When I watch it, I like it more every time I watch it, and I try to find like ways to not like it, to not try to be biased because it's my project. But man, I love it. I think it's one of those things that's like a masterpiece, right? It just came together, and I don't mean like it's perfect in any sense, like just a masterpiece because every single person or thing that came together wasn't supposed to be like it was. We wasn't supposed to have Mark as many days as we had Mark. people outpoured their extra effort to this project. A lot of the other people, a lot of the cast, even Serena, all of the guys, they weren't supposed to come as many days as they came. We had to reshoot things. And everybody just put their all into his steps, his dancing, his coaching. Man, really way better than I expected. I'm gonna say this, and this is what really hit me. At the movie premiere, it was one of the guys, the older gentleman that was consulting on the project, and he came up to me and he said, "Thank you." And I said, "Oh no, thank you." He said, No, really thank you. I said, well, what do you mean? He said, what you guys have did for this culture is the comparison to what Crush Groove is to hip hop. To me, that gave me like some chills. So to me, now, even though I looked at it great before, now I'm kind of like, okay, this really means something to everybody in this culture, bigger than I expected. So, yeah, it's bigger than I expected.
Okay. Well, once again, listen, I thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to talk to you guys. Once again, go to Vimeo.com and search Lit to watch the full movie. It's a great movie. I think you can rent it for like $5, $6. It's really a great movie. I've seen it like 2-3 times already.
Let them know the Jersey Club story. The Jersey Club story.
Actually, I got my buddy with me that was at the premiere.
Oh, yeah, let me talk to him. How was his experience? How you doing? What's going on?
How y'all doing, man?
He was the only one out there with me supporting, so I just
what up?
And just want to let y'all know, Shamari and everybody, that we did a great job.
Nah, yeah, man, everything was great, bro. Like, I mean, I really know what to expect. So when I got in there, like, I don't know, I was a little taken back, and especially to see one of my best friends, he the star. I don't know. It was a good feeling.
Great narration. If I didn't say it before, great narration.
That's what I told him. I said,
great narration. Real talk.
Dude was in the theater calling me Morgan Freeman.
Like it was really great narration. I can't express that enough. When I watched it, I said, not for nothing, his voice keep bringing me back. Like, if I wanted to get so excited just because I was in it, hearing him talk is like, oh yeah, back to the seriousness of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he educates you along the way to a point where you want to be educated. Like, wait, put me on. You know?
And Shamari was a big part of that because I would always come to him like, is it good enough? Is Hall satisfied?
Go to Shamari. We would go to the.
Gotta go to Shamari.
Oh, we like yo.
Because I don't want to bother Hall. I got so much going on. I gotta go to Shamari. That's a big bro, man.
Did I cry enough? Did I cry enough?
Oh, you cried.
You cried.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
You cried.
Your cry carried my cry, so my cry was decent because of your cry.
For real.
And you know what? That
was real.
That was the main thing we wanted to do, Brandon. Like we wanted to make sure that people under the real acting, like it was real acting. I don't care if it was people first time or last time. Everybody held their own with the acting tip. And when I had people come and check it out, and family members and critics and different people, they all said that, like, yo, the actors, where do y'all get them from? Nobody said, oh, this person was weak.
Mark John Jeffries acting school.
Shout out to Mark John Jeffries acting school.
Yeah, so it was really good, man. And I like I said, everybody just they over surpassed my expectation, to be honest with you.
Well, let me tell everyone why they need to watch the movie. If you don't believe me, because I say it's a great movie. The movie won 2 awards. Won Best Feature Film from Hollywood Urban South Film Festival, and it just won Best Indie Feature Film in the Vegas Movie Awards. I think I hear Oscar buzz. I really do. This movie is winning awards. It's great. People from Australia, New Zealand is watching it. Let me ask you guys this. When is Lit Part 2 coming out?
2022, you heard? No, I'm just kidding.
That's a question for Shamari.
Shamari's like, what? What's he talking about?
I'm gonna be honest with you. We did start writing for Lit Part 2. But I'm gonna say this. Lit Part 1 is getting its own legs. And I want to give it its just due. I don't want to kind of rush past it. But we did write it, and if the time is right, maybe 2022, like she said, if the time is right. But right now, it's a lot of different spin-off situations that's happening from Lit Part 1. It's a lot of different platforms that's picking it up every day. So I kind of just gonna like enjoy the moment and let this kind of be its own thing and see where it goes. When the time is right, then we're gonna pull the trigger. But Lit Part will definitely be a way bigger move.
It's a shame. It's a shame because I feel like this movie would double the numbers if we were in the situation we was in with COVID. Because the premiere it was a little strict. You really had to be apart from each other. You had to wear a mask. It was really strict. And if this situation didn't happen, like I said, it would be doing numbers. So are you kind of waiting until everything dies down to release?
Yes and no. So for the numbers was of course it was the double the numbers. But I just want to say shout out to everybody that came out, because the first night we sold out 10 theaters. So like these are COVID time, right? So during COVID, 10 theaters full of people risked themselves to come and support us. That's very major to me. I could never thank anybody more than that. The actors came all the way from where they were going, stopped their busy life. Now these actors and actresses are also doing other projects. They moved on from here. They stopped what they were doing to come and still show support to this project. This is how much I appreciate you guys. I can never tell you enough thank yous. But really, the timing got to be right, because even with Lit 1, when it was called Juice, this was written 5 years ago. They tried to do this 5 years ago. And then they tried to do it again 3 years ago. And then 2 years ago, they brought us on and we redirected. The whole direction was different than what this is. So I think the timing got to be right, because now Lit 1 was great. And I think it was great because it was an independent film and people didn't expect it to be this good, right? But now it is this good. So Lit 2 can't be the same. It can't be the same quality. It can't be the same. It got to step up. Now we're going to use the same characters for the most part because people want to see what's going on with them. But now it got to be a little new people that come in the twist. It got to be some new scenery. It got to be bigger stakes on the line, bigger quality. It's going to be, we're going to try to do it bigger because people are going to be looking at it like, well, now we expecting y'all to be perfect. So now if it's anything less than perfect, it's whack.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. I don't want you to spoil too much of the movie. Is it still going to take place in Newark, or are you guys going to branch out? Is people going to move on?
I'm going to say this.
All right.
It's going to be in Newark, but it's not only going to be in Newark because Steps got some big things that happened to him in part 2. So in other parts of the country. So you'll get a chance to see other parts of the country that now is on to Jersey Club and now is on to Steps. And I'm not going to tell the states and cities we're going to be in, but like I said, the stakes are bigger this time.
Steps, did you know that? Did you know you have a different role?
I just know how to keep my mouth closed. That's all.
Well, once again, I thank you guys so much. Let me repeat this so everyone got it. Go to Vimeo.com and search Lit, L-I-T, to watch the movie. It's like $5 to rent it. I recommend it. It won 2 awards: Best Feature Film in Hollywood, Urban, and also Best Indie Film from Vegas. Thank you guys so much for coming, and thank you guys so much for allowing me to talk to you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, just Brandon. Keep branding.
Yeah, absolutely.